let's talk about Chivas and talk about your role at Chivas. So what is that like?
It's just amazing. I remember that when they first told me that I was going to be a soccer field reporter, like I didn't have any experience at all. So normally you hear like, oh, soccer field reporter, and you're just like, oh, okay, great. And then I was like, what should I do during a match? So I learned, I studied, I watched many soccer games to find out what I was supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then it is amazing because there's a thing, my grandfather, my mom's father, was like our big Chivas fan. Like this kind of person that is just like, if they love the game, like nobody speaks to him because he was just like in a bad mood, really, really bad mood. He would cry.
Wow.
He would get excited.
He was a true fanatic.
Yes, real fanatic.
De hueso colorado.
Yeah, exactamente. Hueso colorado, totalmente. Yes. So after they told me that it was Chivas, I remember that he was the first person that got really, really excited. And then you know that this is a really, really loved team because it represents like Mexican spirit, our DNA. So I knew that I had like a big responsibility. That was the main thing that I needed to make a good job because I got something that many people wanted. So working for Chivas is just amazing because you fall in love for a team, for their accomplishments. You feel not what they feel because I think everyone feels things differently, but you actually can feel like the atmosphere when they lose, when they win, and then the excitement. Like I actually had the opportunity to live everything during the 2017 tournament. So it was just amazing because you know everything that they went through. Mm-hmm. And suddenly there's the result. So it's just amazing because you fall in love with the team you're working for. So that would be like the exact description of it.
Right. What are some of the biggest challenges that you faced at Chivas TV?
That's a really, really good question. One of the main things was what I mentioned before, that I didn't know like how to do my job at the beginning. Mm-hmm. So, and sometimes because you admire people, right, you're trying to find like your own essence, I would call it. So I was like, what am I giving to this broadcast that nobody is giving yet? So that was one of the main things that I was like, oh, I don't know, what am I doing right now? Like, what should I say? What should I do? The second thing is, there's one thing that I don't know if this is good to say, but that's reality. Everybody thinks that because you're a woman working with the soccer players and everything is just like, oh, it's going to be so easy for her because she's a woman and yeah, like, you know what I mean, right? Yeah. So no, you need to be always like with this extra carefulness, I would say, I don't know. Mm-hmm. And to be as professional as you can. Right. So I think those would be my two biggest challenges because I have a lot of support. After working working with many people, you find out that Chivas TV has been like really, really supportive. Yep. So I like that.
Before I move over to Super, I want to ask you one more thing. So as you know, El Tri Online is here based out of the U.S., and obviously we cover primarily Liga MX, Mexican soccer players in English, also in Español, you know, lo que caiga de vez en cuando. So, but the primary focus is to cover the game in English. And you're obviously working for Chivas TV in English. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about what does that mean to you, being able to broadcast and work on these games in English for the audience out here in the United States?
Okay, actually, that's one of the challenges. that was one of the biggest challenges. When they first told me that I would have the opportunity, I got really, really excited, just like as you see me right now. I got really excited because I love to speak English. And then I learned that there are many people in the United States following Liga MX, and that there is a connection between people not working, people that is Mexican and has like this relationship with Mexico through Chivas. I don't know if I explain myself. Like, some people have never been in Mexico, but I know that my father and my grandfather and my grandfather lived in Mexico, and they were Chivas. And suddenly, I have the opportunity to connect with them through Chivas.
Right.
And then we can go all together to the soccer games, and so that's pretty amazing. So I got really excited because I knew that I had the opportunity to get to a big audience. So the big challenge, and we were talking about it before this, is that even if you know, if you speak English, there are all these terminologies, soccer terminologies that are completely different. And it has been really amazing because the play-by-play commentator is Ramsés Sandoval. I totally admire him.
Yep.
He has this great way to lead the game, the broadcast, everything. So, and then he's like a great teacher, and he's really supportive. And all the analysts, because they've been different ones. There have been different ones that have been working with us. So it has been amazing because then also the response from the people in the United States has been amazing. Like they have been really thankful for letting them watch the soccer games, because I know that there have been times where they've been struggling to watch the game. So it's amazing, like all the love you get from them, the connection, it's just the connection with your own people, with your roots.